Jenna, turn it on now. We are real life here, folks. My daughter's turning the light off as I'm trying to do this. I am so excited for our team call tonight. Happy, what is this, the second week of November, which is insane because we are headed into a new freaking decade. We have an amazing speaker tonight. Hold on one second. Yep, just had to put her in check. So we have an amazing speaker tonight. Hailey and I met because of this opportunity. Obviously, we would not know each other without this business, which is so cool. And we have a mastermind that we're on together, and we just kind of connected. I got to speak on one of her calls, and it's just great, guys, as you continue to grow in this business, to learn and collaborate with other coaches, because none of us are the same and none of us have the same goals or the same stories. And so when we get the opportunity to learn and grow together, that is so much better. I do have a couple things before I head into the call that I just want to go over, and then I will introduce her and hand the call over. First thing is, I just want to take a second and I want to do a couple shout outs. So end of the year, we are hustling like crazy people. My personally sponsored coaches, we are pushing to become a 4-time elite team, and we are so close. We have our blinders on, and we are working really, really hard. But I have zero doubt that it's going to be happening. Leah's so close to getting back to Diamond. I think she's one inactive coach away, who is a family member, and she's just waiting for them to respond to a message, and it'll happen. So that's super fun. And people are like, I just signed my 5th coach. Linnea just signed her 5th coach. Bailey signed her 5th coach. People are popping emeralds. It's super fun. But I want to just take a second, and I'm super glad that she just jumped on the call, because she'll hear this instead of having to listen to the recording. I have to take a second and just give massive freaking shout out to Katrina, who has locked in Premier for the year and is 5 points away from elite. And I'm just so proud. Like, I don't want to cry or get emotional, but just watching her journey has been so incredible. And she's one of my very best friends because of this business. And I just know what work she's put into growing a strong foundation, and the sacrifices that her family's made, and the way that she shows up and she's leading. And I could not be more proud, and I cannot wait until we are officially congratulating her for being a 2020 elite coach. And I know that's going to happen. And it's starting this week, where we will start getting the updates. So just be prepared, guys, because we will be filling you guys in what we need, where we're at. And the other thing is I know that Maddie is working really, really hard as well. And Maddie actually already has all of her points for, but they're working really hard to lock in Premier for the year at minimum. And so I just, watching you guys grow is like my favorite thing. It is better than my own achievements. And while it's fun because I am an Enneagram 3, like I want to do all the things, like watching your guys' success is so much better. And Katrina and I have had this intimate conversation where it's like, when we go to leadership, or we go to on the Success Club trip, or we go to the parties that you get an invite only to, it's not fun without your team. So we want you guys earning those things. We want you guys right there beside us so that you're able to do those things as well, because that's what makes it feel like we did this together, right? Or I know what you're pushing for, and that your family's like getting fed the way that our family, not literally fed, but you know, like through this business. And I just feel like our entire team, upside down, so on freaking fire, and the energy, like I want to duplicate that, and let's keep blazing the trail as we run into 2020, because the high that we're on right now. Second thing is, Katrina and I have a good friend, Lori Model. She shared something, and I'm going to share it with you guys after this call. Basically, it's like a decade challenge, and really going and looking at a picture from 10 years ago. And I just typed my name in, Melissa Gallinay, or MySpace, and I found a picture from 10 years ago, and I just posted it. Please, someone tell me Beachbody doesn't work, because it is like the ultimate glow up. Like, I can't even, it's insane to me that that was me. So I challenge you guys to go find a picture tonight, do that, and then challenge people. Like, go find that. Where do you want to be in 10 years? What's your family like? What trips are you taking? Where do you live? Where do your kids go to school? All of those things. Because if you have a clear vision for where you're going, people are going to want to get on your train. If you don't know where you're going, no one else is gonna know. So those are the couple things that I wanted to talk about. We have Barb Lynn coming as well. There's a replay from the call she did for us last week. If you haven't watched it, she's phenomenal. Her arms are goals. I know we're going to have a couple work graduates this week. I think Leah and Katrina will be the first two. So that is super exciting. But yeah, I want to transition over into this call because I'm looking for rock stars just to end the year with, and people who are going to come in, speak truth, and bring energy. And I reached out to Hailey, and she was like, yep, I totally will. She is married, and she's a dog mom. She also works at a salon. Her team is already locked in Premier as well, which I'm super excited for them. So congratulations to you guys. And she has been in Success Club consecutively for over 26 months, guys. That means without fail, every single month for the past 26 months, over a year, she has shown up for her business and helped a minimum of 3 people, and you all do that as well. So without further ado, I'm going to let you take over. Oh, and our Can you hear me?
You. Yeah, you're cutting out quite a bit on my end, but I think, what's that? Can you hear me? Are we good to go?
Hello. Okay. Hailey, can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of you for having me on here tonight. Sorry, I have like major, oh, I think we're good now. I want to thank you all for having me on here tonight. I I wasn't too nervous before, but hearing about all the rock stars in this team, I'm like, oh my gosh, they should be speaking to me. But it's really, I love speaking on team calls.
Mute their line.
What's that?
Yeah, you're good to go. I'm gonna go mute lines.
Okay. But I can remember like speaking on my first
team babe. I don't know.
I can remember speaking on my first team call, and I was so dang nervous, and I did not want to do it. And now, and it was just for like my tiny little team, and now I'm here speaking for like Melissa's team, and it just blows my mind how literally stepping outside of your comfort zone continuously is going to build you and take you to places that you've never even realized. But with that being said, if you are on this call and if you're like looking up to me, or if you ever look up to Melissa or look up to any other coach and think, wow, like I would, like, she's a guest speaker. Oh my gosh, I could never imagine being a guest speaker. No, you're going to be a guest speaker someday, okay? Like, and if I challenge you to go be a guest speaker on another person's team call, because getting uncomfortable like that, and honestly, what I've learned is you freaking fake it until you're there. I have continuously faked it. I have faked my entire business for the last 2 years, but look where I am. It's done nothing but grow me. Like, I've literally faked some of the most crazy things, and then I go to leadership and I'm like surrounded by the top dogs of the company, and I'm like, holy cow. Like, I don't even think I deserve to be here. But that's what it is, you guys. It's just always this business, and anything that, like, from this moment on, you need to realize that if it were easy and if it were like didn't push people outside of their comfort zone, we would all be top 10 coaches. Like, there are top coaches for a reason, because they freaking truck through the mud and they don't stop. And you need to decide that from this moment on, you're going to stand out. And do you know how many coaches sign up in Beachbody and like throw the towel in because it's too hard, or it takes too much work, or it's not as easy as what they thought it was going to be? You guys are here because you're deciding, no, it is hard, but I'm going to stand out and be the 30% or whatever it may be that kept grinding when things got hard. And I saw this quote on Pinterest today, and I know it came up there because I had to tell it to you guys tonight, because it truth bombed me. And it said, your goals don't care how you feel. And I was like, okay, like, how true is that? Your goals don't care if you're tired during the day. Your goals don't care if you have stuff going on in your life. Your goals don't care about how you feel. You still need to show up and put in the work if you want to reach those goals. And I just had to like have that. I'm a very tough love person. And hearing that, I was like, that's so true. We tend to find all those excuses all the time, or reasonings of, you know, why we can't do a power hour, or why we can't do this for our team, or why we can't hop on team calls, or whatever it may be. But we need to realize that if we really are true to what we want in our business and in the future, those feelings don't matter. You still need to grind. And always remember that you have not yet met your diamond coach. There's a diamond coach that is going to be on your team someday that you have not met yet. So you need to be on the lookout every single day to go find that person. You have not met some of your best friends that you could be attending their wedding to in 10 years. Like, literally, you guys, you have so many people that are going to come into your life that you have not met yet, and those people aren't going to be found unless you go find them. So that should be your mission every single day, is to go find people, not to necessarily invite to your challenge group immediately, but go make a best friend about an anxiety attack you had the other day. Go make a best friend about a miscarriage. Go make, you know, and that's like really deep crap, sorry, but it's those kind of things that you're going to make those connections with and start having these conversations about in your DMs that are eventually going to be your challengers and your coaches. Because here's the thing, it's not a quick fix, you guys. And unfortunately, it took me a while to figure that out in this business, but it is no different. And I tell my coaches this all the time. This business is exactly like a new fitness program, because you always begin because you want something, right? Like, we start a new fitness program because we want results or we need something, right? So that's the same with this, you guys are all here because you needed something. You saw that vision. So then when you begin, you're not seasoned, right? I'm on day 2 of the work, and I don't even want to tell you the amount that I modified this morning. But you know what? If I showed up perfect on day 2, what would I have anything to look forward to? I have 6 weeks of progress that I need to make, right? So expect to be unseasoned in the beginning. You're never going to be 100%. So that's no different than this business. You're always going to feel like you're out of shape in your business, that you're not a good enough leader, that, you know, all this kind of stuff. But you need to portray it back to your fitness program, right? Like, we're here to get in shape and grow as individuals. And it's no different than in your business. And, you know, day 6 might come and you might feel discouraged, but the only way that you're going to get to those results that you see, like we see the test group people, right? We know what's possible. That's what makes us join. That's what gets us going. But we have to put in the work to get those results. And it's no different than this business. It's going to take showing up every single day. You can't do day 1 and 2 of the work and expect to have the 6-week results. Like, it just doesn't work like that. It's no different than in this business. It comes down to, not knowing your results, but seeing what's possible. And then the consistency. You have to have consistency in every freaking aspect. And I just made a post about this on my Instagram, that you guys, you might not be able to work 12 hours a day with your business with consistency, right? I mean, ideally we all would, but we're busy. Some of us have jobs. I'm a full-time hairstylist. Like, we have stuff going on, but you need to find that, like, you can do a power hour every single day. You can do a power hour. I know you can, because if your vision is big enough and if you have goals so strong that you can do a power hour. And if you can do a power hour every day, you're doing enough. Okay. And I'm sorry, Melissa, if you don't agree with that I'm telling your team that, but I tell my team, like, if you can crank out the business activity tracker in an hour, that's good enough for me. Because if you're doing that, you're making progress, you're making connections, and there's no reason that you can't sit down and go into the Beachbody Champions page, type in action hour, and there's thousands. You will literally, my husband could do an action hour if I asked him to, because you get told exactly what to do. But it's all about doing it, okay? You have to do it. Let's see here. And my notes are like all over. You just, like, I just can't express how much, like, it takes time. The people who, and I'm a very, like, visual person. You have to think of, like, top singers, okay? Think of the #1 song right now. I have no idea what it is. But let's say it's Luke Bryan's song, okay? Do you think that Luke Bryan picked up a guitar, went to Nashville, and in a week he had the #1 hit song? No. He freaking started in his bedroom playing the guitar. Then he probably went to his local bar and started playing. And then word got around and he felt a little more comfortable and he went to the bigger city and started playing. And then all of a sudden he saw dreams that, Nashville could maybe take me a little bit further. So then he maybe moved to Nashville. And then he, got his name around. He did the work in Nashville. And he probably worked on that #1 song for 3 years before it got to the top charts. Like, stop thinking that all of these successful people just walked their way right there so easily. No, every single person who has had success has literally had to truck from the bottom. But you know what? They're no different than what you are. They were once at the bottom or unseasoned or whatever part of your business that you think you're in, they were there. And they just never gave up, and they woke up every single day with that vision. Let's see here. Sorry. Like I said, I'm all over. And then another thing that made me really, like, a truth bomb kind of thing to me is, in order to grow this community, your team, in order to grow the business, you have to share the business. And for so long, I realized that I was not showing enough of the relatable crap. So when I went to make conversations, people didn't, like, understand. But when I started to share more emotional connection, like, rather than making a post in the grocery store, oh, I'm grocery shopping. Okay, no, make a post that's more emotionally connected. How are you emotionally feeling in the grocery store now with these programs than you did before? So rather than just saying, oh, I'm grocery shopping, no, now instead of going in feeling like I don't know, like I want to eat healthy, but I don't know what's healthy, now I do. Now I give a guided meal plan to me. Or, you know what? My coaching paycheck this week is giving me a little bit of freedom to go buy a few extra things at the grocery store than I could have 4 months ago. Like, have relatable things like that. Or maybe you go get your hair done and your coaching paycheck that was $50 this week gave you that opportunity. Share that, you guys. Those little moments are what it's going to hit people, okay? Because there might be a woman out there watching your stories that really wants to freaking get her hair done, but she can't afford it right now. So that little share of what you post about could hit her, and that might be her sliding into your DMs like, okay, girl, I've watched you, and I literally have just told my husband that I wanted to get my hair done this week, but we really can't afford it. Okay, so it's just sharing the very relatable things. Maybe you talk about how, maybe you had a rough high school and you felt like you never fit in, and now you're on a team call with women who are literally so many different ages, businesses, whatever it may be. Now you feel like you fit in. Share that, like share, because the more you share, the more connections you're going to be able to make. And it's always like, I'll never forget if you were at Summit and you watched Emily Favre and oh my God, Ashley Molstead, Jeepers Criminy. They were talking about like, you have to have connection and emotion in your pictures. And coming back from Summit, you guys can probably go to my Instagram and start reading the captions on my photos, and you will be able to tell from when I went to Summit and when I came back, because I was captioning photos before Summit, and now I am like telling a story with emotion on my pictures. And I can't tell you how, like, I never really got those. I've been a coach for 2 years and 2 months. I never got those DMs as much as I do now, but I literally every single day since I started doing that, get the message that says, "You're so inspiring. You're so inspiring. You're so inspiring." Like, that means that I am hitting people in the heart because I'm putting emotion into my post. And when you put that emotion in is when you're going to build those connections, and that's when your team is going to grow. It's those little things that are actually going to build your business. So don't ever be afraid to come out of how you're actually feeling in the moment. Whether you're freaking high on life, share it. If you're struggling today, share it. And I know that a lot of you, after hearing Melissa talk about some boss babes on this group, I know you already do this, but for some of you newer coaches, I'm striving to tell my coaches, like, you can't just show workout clips, okay? Like, I'm proud of you for doing that. And I'm proud of you for posting, like polls saying, who wants to be in my challenge group? But you have to also talk about your dog, and you also have to talk about makeup tutorials, and you also have to talk about your outfit of the day, because people might come to your page and say, okay, she's a fitness junkie, I'm not into fitness, and they're gonna leave, okay? Or they're not gonna feel connected. But if you can run a free group for 5 days on makeup tutorials and get some people who are getting to know you through that, then come in a month when you're inviting to a challenge group, they're going to be like, okay, this girl's fun and I just want to be in her groups. Maybe I do kind of want to know about our challenge group. And it's just those like connections that you're going to make over the weirdest crap of you that are going to hit you to Success Club and going to make those friendships with your coaches. Okay. So sometimes we overcomplicate this so much, when in reality, we grow our team and we grow our business by making friends. So don't make this harder than it has to be. Just wake up tomorrow on a mission to go make friends, go build connections, go freaking invite, or not necessarily invite, but go tell people, like, today I made a new message and I'm like, all right, I want to do something new. I feel like I'm in a routine. So I messaged all of the people who liked yesterday's post, and I actually put it in my notes because I'm like, this is a good one. I went and inboxed them and I said, happy Tuesday, Michelle. I just wanted to thank you for liking my post and supporting me. It really does mean more than you know, and I appreciate it. I hope your day involves some strong coffee, fresh air, good music, and ends with some chill vibes. Well, I guess those are things making my Tuesday even better. Ha ha. Like, that's what I sent to people liking my photos. That has nothing to do with my challenge group. But do you know how many, I was laughing today. I got messages that said, thank you so much. And I've been meaning to message you about your challenge group. I'm like, I didn't even say anything about a challenge group, but hey girl, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Or they're talking about like, yeah, you know, thank you so much. I hope your Tuesday's good. And by the way, can I have your carrot muffin recipe? Like, she could have asked me for that this morning, but it took me going into her DM to warm up. Like, I don't know why people think we're so crazy. And I don't know why we sit and wait for people to come into our inbox when that's our job. We need to go into their inbox. For so long, you guys, way too freaking long, I relied on people coming into my DM, and I relied on people clicking my poll. That ain't gonna work. Those are bonuses, okay? You have to go get into people's DMs, and you're gonna get ghosted. I get ghosted 85% of the time. But you know what? I like being ghosted because those people are watching me. And I show up every single day for those people. And you know what? I show a lot of the same stuff every single day. If you follow me, you're going to see my mirror. And first, like, second, I thought, gosh, my followers are probably freaking getting sick of this. But I have to remember, I have 3 new people watching me today that I went and brought to my page, and they have no idea what I do in the morning. So I'm showing up for those new eyes. And I also get messages that say, girl, I love your consistency. Like, seeing your consistency shows me that that's what it takes. And I'm like, okay, that's, you know, like, that's why I show up. So you have to show up for the people that aren't responding. And you have to show up for the people in the background, because little do you know, you are an influencer to them. So don't ever forget that. Show up for those people. Yeah, that's like, I guess that's my main point, is just, first and foremost, don't compare. Fake it till you make it. I'm faking this call. I like, literally, you guys, every call I got on, I'm like, I don't know why they asked me to speak, because I should be listening to them. But you know what? You just have to fake it. And I'm going to get off this call and I'm going to feel high on life. And I'm going to have that mentality into tomorrow. And it's just, it's so great when you realize what you really actually can do. And then one more thing. Okay, one second. Show who you are. Success comes from making connections. To grow the business, you got to share the business. But yeah, you guys, I just, like, you all have a team in your future that you have literally not met yet. And you have to, and here's the thing, you guys, you can get off this call and I bet you wrote down some inspirational things and you're going to feel inspired, and you might watch a call tomorrow and feel inspired. But guess what? Words on paper aren't going to do anything for your business. You have to take this inspiration and you actually have to put it to work, okay? Like, I love to inspire you, and I love, you know, that you read personal development every day, but you got to put in the work too. You can't, like, we're all inspired, right? But it's the people who take the inspiration and actually put it into work. So use this inspiration tonight, and I want you to wake up tomorrow and I want you to go put it in people's DMs. And I want you to go, you know, whatever it may be, find something that inspires you, but put it to work. Write it down, you know, and do the doable things. That's one thing I was going to talk about too. I kind of got sidetracked, but like I said, I made a post about this 2 days ago. It's my husband and I with our dog. And I basically said, find a place in your business of work where you can do like a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10 every single day, rather than thinking that you have to do a 10 out of 10. So what I'm saying is, if you can't do 12 hours of your business every single day, don't feel like you can't make this work. If you can do a 7 out of 10 every single day for your business, that is where your success is going to be. If we do 12 hours of work for our business today, and then tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, we like don't do anything, you're not going to see progress. If you can do, 8 out of the 10 boxes on your business activity tracker every single day for the rest of 2019, your freaking January is going to be fire. But if you do 12 hours today, and then you do 12 hours on November 23rd, and then you do 12 hours on December 8th, sorry, it's probably not going to be as successful. Okay. So find whatever it is, find a tracker that works for you. Find what you like. I shouldn't say that. Don't find what you like to do, because that's sometimes not my follow-up checkbox needs to be checked off a heck of a lot more. But, find that tracker where it makes you do some work every single day and make a commitment to that tracker. And do not put your head on that pillow at night if that is not completed. Because I guarantee you, when you are at leadership next year, you're going to be so damn proud that you didn't go to sleep for that extra 30 minutes. Because I'm learning that those top dogs are the ones who got the less sleep. They're the ones that shared their hardships of their story. They're the ones that trucked through the mud. And you can do that, okay? There's no reason that you cannot. There's no difference between me and you, or you and Melissa, or you and Ashley Molstead. Like, there's no difference. You just have to make the decision that you're going to be consistent and you're going to put in the damn work. And I promise that it's going to pay off for you. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my gosh, that was incredible. So I just, by like a show of the chat, did any of that sound familiar, you guys? The reason why you hear a similar message is because the people who are moving their business forward are doing these things. They're showing up, they're consistent, they're doing the hard, they're freaking tired. They're like, and I know most of you on this call are putting in the work, so you're going to see the benefits as you continue to grow and continue to grow. Like, I'm watching Leah right now. She's had some hard seasons, and right now she's in a really good season. We were talking about it today. She's got some like ride or dies that she has been like, she hasn't had that before, and she now has. And that's so cool to see, as like, she hasn't given up. She hasn't thrown in the towel. So it's really, really awesome. And gosh, Hailey, you need to have more confidence, girlfriend, because you just crushed the crap out of this call. Like, so dang good. You belong speaking to people and pouring into them. Like, you have a servant's heart, and the passion just comes out naturally from you. So own that. And I thank you so much for our entire team. Will you guys smile so we can take a picture? Yeah. Everyone smile. Go ahead. Leah's going to take one. Okay, go, Leah. Yeah, hurry. Okay, cool. So go find Hailey. Where can they find you to tag you and blow up your DMs?
Yes.
On Instagram.
HL Monin. I'll put it right in the chat. Thank
Perfect.
you, guys.
Tag her, thank her. We just are so excited for you and your team to crush the end of the year.
Thank you. And you guys, seriously, it's going to take even if you feel like, even if you don't have one coach on your team, like, you partake to this whole entire team being elite. Like, do not think that just because you aren't a diamond coach that you don't partake in being elite. Like, freaking grind all together in whatever stage of your business that you're in, and do it as a team, because it's not one person. Like, I literally was crying at leadership because I'm like, I feel like I don't want to be here alone, because I'm not here. Like, my team got me here. You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't know how much, like, when Melissa and I are at leadership and stuff, we're there for you, like, representing you. So just remember that, like, you really do partake in the success of the name of your team. So grind it out.
Yes. All the yeses. All the emojis. I am so happy we had this call. You guys have an amazing evening. If you have any questions, either reach out to Hailey or all right, guys. Have a good night.